record all the NBC previews from their Super Bowl season in 2021, please.
The Dallas Cowboys hit the road for week 1 to take on the Super Bowl champions. The Bucs offense still being run by that number 12 guy. He's starting
2021.
Playing the way he finished 2020. The Chicago Bears will head west to begin the new
Super Bowl season.
to LA, where they will find a Rams squad ready to play in front of fans for the first time in their new stadium. Those fans eager to see if Matthew Stafford is the missing ingredient to getting back to the Super Bowl. The Kansas City Chiefs hit the road for some Sunday night football action, and this is some juicy action as we get another round of Mahomes versus Lamar. Mahomes looking exactly like you'd expect him to look in his first 2021 contest.
First down at 10, Mahomes comes out firing, and he finds Tyreek Hill for a big gain.
Jackson, for the most part, also living up to his rep in New York.
Fake. Lamar won.
The San Francisco 49ers are finally playing at home, and
What a win
to start things off
with Levi.
welcoming the Green Bay Packers to town, who have a new slogan. It was just
One name.
Roger.
Well, here it is. It's like an early season Super Bowl. It's what we've all been waiting for. Belichick versus Brown. Antonio going back home. Wait, it's Belichick versus Gronk, the former Patriot tight end. Not him either. Well, forget it. Let's just get to the preview because that other reunion has been talked about plenty. Here's your recap of it. These two guys were with each other a long time and won lots of Super Bowls. Good. This will also be the first time they've ever faced each other after both losing the week before. Tom Brady getting a taste of that Rams defense, which must have had too much meat in it for his liking. The Buffalo Bills are under the bright lights of Sunday Night Football this week on the road taking on the Kansas City Chiefs, who calmed their fan base down a little by getting back on track last week against the Eagles.
Might win in for Al.
Pittsburgh this week, their wings clipped a bit to take on the Steelers, who may want to have NFL Network's Kyle Brandt deliver a pregame speech every week to Big Ben. The San Francisco 49ers are at home this week.
Coming up a bye.
Indianapolis Colts rolling into town, coming off their second win of the year.
Yeah.
Coming off another nice game for Carson Wentz, who didn't have to throw much, but when he did, the results were more than favorable.
Gonna take his shot.
The Dallas Cowboys
Last week,
take on the
he
equally
rested.
Minnesota Vikings on
So then about this week.
Both teams coming off a timely
Bye.
bye allowed some of their stars to get healthy, which sets up a nice little showdown. Because on one side, you have one of the hottest passing attacks in football.
Looking down the field.
The Tennessee Titans head to LA this week for a little Sunday night football action with the LA Rams. A perfect matchup for the last game of the day until the news made the rounds. The king is dead, so to speak. Derrick Henry's season is over, so now the Titans have to forge ahead without him. And they start their new journey against Matthew Stafford, who just got done slapping down 3 Bills through the air, 3 TDs as well, rating over 125.
Stafford drops back.
The Las Vegas Raiders are hosts for Sunday Night Football this week, welcoming in the Kansas City Chiefs, who have now won 2 games in a row, and Patrick Mahomes finally ended a game without being picked off. The Pittsburgh Steelers are off to Hollywood for week 1, headed there to play the AFC reps of SoFi, the LA Chargers. The Bolts QB suffering another short circuit last week, not the kind that made that robot in the 80s think he was alive. The Buffalo Bills play in New Orleans
Her
on
name's gonna be
Thanksgiving night.
Knight.
The Saints hoping their secondary can lead the way against Josh Allen, who had another dud last week.
Allen going down.
The Cleveland Browns hit the road for Sunday Night Football this week. The Baltimore Ravens, the home team. Both clubs feeling fortunate to pick up their latest
Wins.
Dog Pound feeling
Playful.
they still have one of the best running backs in the game.
Just cutscene.
The Denver Broncos are in Kansas City this week for Sunday Night Football, taking on the Chiefs, who are hoping their
Goodbye, Wade.
Patrick Mahomes to figure some things out. The Chicago Bears are off to Green Bay this week.
Packers are rested.
Their bye last week, feeling pretty good about themselves.
2
Out the Rams before
for their break.
the New Orleans Saints are off to take on
What
the
is?
this week. An intriguing matchup, being you have Tom
Really?
Brady against what might be considered his regular season kryptonite. But more on that in a moment. Brady's last 2 weeks, back to cheating father time. 360 plus yards in each game, 6 TDs, no picks. Last week,
Give it a real T.
Brady throws it back. The Washington football team is off to Dallas. Cowboys riding a
3-game win streak.
into this one. One of those 3 wins coming against the
Team.
These two just squared off recently, of course. Dallas's defense was the
Star.
came up with 4 takeaways.
Allen in trouble.
The Minnesota Vikings are in Green Bay this week against Aaron Rodgers and the Packers, who are on cruise control as they
One down the season.
Rodgers dropped 3 more TD passes down against Cleveland, no INTs. The LA Chargers head to the Strip
For our final regular season game of the year.
The Raiders currently outside, hoping to get into the dance. Justin Herbert and company currently
Inside the hall.
hoping to stay there. Herbert helping LA get there after they beat Denver in Week 17. The Las Vegas Raiders are feeling very money. They know it, and they're in the playoffs.
A man who's never missed in the stadium in 2 years will try to send them to the playoffs. Snap good, hold good, and Raiders in, Chargers out.
They travel to a jungle. Axel wouldn't even be welcome in. Wait, orange hair. He's in. Never mind. The Bengals are at home for a postseason game, and it's gonna be nuts.
You keep making those plays, who's going to throw it up to you every time? Easy, bro. Hey, backward. Hey, you got like 450 or something.
First up, Cincy's video game QB against the Black Holes secondary. Joe Burrow took last week off. Maybe his arm was tired from throwing for close to 1,000 yards the previous 2 games. The
It's
Pittsburgh
really-
Steelers are in the playoffs. That field goal earned them the 7th seed and a shot to play the Kansas City Chiefs. Beating KC tends to come down to how you play Patrick Mahomes. Pittsburgh's best shot at doing that, the NFL record holder for most sacks in a season. The Los Angeles Rams have advanced. They're off to
Can
Tampa.
somebody come zip, Mom?
The Buccaneers await. Dreams of a repeat, still alive and well. Yes, this is another run-it-back game, another one from the start of the year, so it doesn't matter much. Just to check the box, Rams beat the Bucs in LA. Stafford probably had his best outing as a Ram. Brady threw for 432 yards, but was playing from behind most of the game.
Hello.
OG Jungle Who Day,
Do you like the
fitting the
dress?
Cincinnati Bengals will try and win their first Super Bowl ever in Los Angeles, isn't it? Sort of a throwback home game when you think about it. But it will be a home game for
And
the
the
other
other
team.
one.
Back-to-back years, a home squad will play at home in the Big Dance.
If I let it,
Snoop, Dre, M, etc. may be performing at half, but maybe they should have gotten Queen to join in because pressure could very well dictate who wins the big one this year.
like straight.